The High Road is dedicated to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, past, present, and future. Meet Keith Warren. As a 30-year veteran of the outdoor industry and devoted conservationist, the original Texas angler and outdoor television icon has hunted across America and around the world, showing you big game, educating outdoorsmen, and uniting all hunters. That's Keith Warren, and this is the High Road.
Springtime in Texas, and I'm shed hunting. About an hour due east of San Antonio on the Texas Hidden Springs Ranch. This ranch belongs to me and my family. We bought it 12 years ago because we had a problem. My wife and I both grew up in hunting families, and being in Texas is mostly private land, and we had to pay people to lease their property. And as we paid them, somebody would come in right behind us and offer more money, and the landowner would say, "See ya." So we bought it so we had a place for our family to hunt. That was the primary reason. Of course, after we bought it, we had the next reason, and that was to grow the biggest deer that we possibly could. So to improve the deer's nutrition, we had to supplemental feed. We just didn't have enough feed out here available, just natural forage. This area doesn't have a lot of good deer feed. Maybe that's one reason why there's not a lot of really big deer, but we had to supplemental feed. Well, how do you pick what kind of supplemental feed you want to feed? You can open up magazines, you can look through there, and you can talk to a lot of different people. You're gonna get a lot of different answers. And so I did a lot of testing back years ago. I bought all these name brand feeds, and I'd pour them out. I'd let the deer tell me what they liked. And it turns out that the deer consistently, no matter where I put it out in the pasture, the deer were eating Record Rack. And they were coming and eating it all, where they would not even eat the other supplemental feed. So I made a decision at that time, okay, I costed out, and Record Rack was extremely competitive as far as pricing goes. They've been around forever, owned by Cargill, and Cargill is a gigantic company, and they have some of the best animal nutritionists there are in the world. And so I made the decision to go with Record Rack. And my deer got big, really big. In order for deer to get big, yeah, they have to have the right nutrition. But they have to have the right age. If you shoot them when they're little baby deer, they're never gonna get to be big deer. And so my neighbors wouldn't lay off of them. We put up a fence, and we let them get old here. We let them get nice and mature, and we feed them the best groceries that we can. And consequently, we're getting some really good deer.
Yes.
Looking back at things, I remember when Dr. Kroll and I were walking around, he asked me, he said, once you get this management program into place, who is going to help you thin the herd down, keep the numbers under control? And I said, you don't need to worry about that. I mean, my wife and I and the kids, we're pretty good at it, and we hammered them. But you know what? They multiplied to the point that we needed help. So we started selling some hunts, okay? We started selling a few hunts, and now it's got to the point that we're selling more and more hunts. Our carrying capacity, because we're supplemental feeding, is actually improved. We can carry more deer here than we did prior to supplemental feeding, for doggone sure, and they're all healthier. And so with the increased numbers of animals, we have to harvest more animals, so we have opened it up to hunting. If you like the way our program looks on your television set, wait till you see it online in full HD. Log on to keithwarren.net, take a look, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That's on keithwarren.net.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Gamma Precision Air Rifles, Glock, Oil-Filled Camo, Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, Beyond 99%, and Heartcraft Hunting Products. Watch The High Road in HD at keithwarren.net.
A lot of people get to go hunting, but this is a very special opportunity for our family to share our story. Every hunt's special with our daughter, but every morning is a gift that she wakes up and we get to hold her one more day.
My name is Destiny Sanchez. I'm from Alexandria, Louisiana, and I'm 13 years old. I'm here in Texas at the Hidden Springs Ranch, hunting with my good buddy Keith Warren. I've been hunting with my daddy now for 7 years, and I look forward to every year. I happen to bring my favorite gun on this trip. Her name is Sweet Pea, and she's a 243. You guys probably want to know how my gun works. My daddy holds the gun, and I look into the camera, tell him where to put it, and then I use my sip and pull device to pull the trigger. Back at home, I have a doe and a 10-point mounted, but I'm looking to add to my collection.
My name is Erwin Sanchez. I'm from Alexandria, Louisiana. We're down here at Hidden Springs Ranch with Keith Warren and hunting with my daughter, Destiny. We met Keith Warren in Ruston, Louisiana at Chris Patton's fundraiser, and that's how this all came about. I've been a hunter and outdoorsman all my life, and the day my daughter wanted to go hunting with me was very special, and since then she has killed 12 whitetail and 4 hogs. Destiny was 6 years old when she first started hunting, and 7 years later, she's still after them. It's late September. It's abnormally cool this time of the year, Keith tells me, so we should be in for a good hunt.
That's such a good deer for her today. Yeah.
I got him.
Oh, no. Got him. He's down. Yeah! What do you think of that? All right. Good job.
You're all right.
Are you a happy little girl?
Yep. He's big.
Look at that. That is a nice deer. He's an older deer, too, and he was a bully. I mean, he wound up, he was just a bully. And you made an excellent shot on him. So, we got rid of everybody stinking this morning, and we finally got one that would cooperate with you. But that's nice. What we're going to do, we're going to get him tagged up here and get him back to the house and weigh him, but that's a pretty nice deer.
A lot of dads don't even get to hunt with their kids. I have a very special daughter that has overcome a lot in life and is very special every hunt that we do. My daughter was born with spinal muscular atrophy. Every day is a blessing to be with her, and to be out here doing this is awesome. It's wonderful to know I've got one more day and my wife to stick beside me and go on hunts like this. It means everything. You got another one for the wall?
Yep.
Oh, there's my answer.
Yeah.
I want to thank Mr. Chris Patton for setting me up with this hunt. You're watching The High Road with Keith Warren.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Reconyx Game Cameras, Savage Arms, Keith Warren's Texas Hidden Springs Ranch, the best value in Texas trophy deer hunting, Grizzly Cartridge Company, and Jardin Consumer Solutions, makers of the Game Saver.
Well, as you can see, it is foggy as all get out this morning, and we're late. There was a wreck up on the highway due to the fog. I know it's an hour late, but we're gonna go get in the stand and see what happens. Now, these management bucks, they're pretty good sized deer. I mean, on some places they'd be considered trophies. And you know, keep in mind that the management bucks, as well as the trophy bucks, all get record rack. They're fed good nutrition year round. And the deal is that genetically they just don't have what it takes to grow into what I classify as a true trophy. So we call them management bucks. And we want to take them out before they have a chance to breed. And even though they're management bucks, they're still pretty doggone good. All right, we're running out of time. It's about 85 degrees in the shade right now. We actually attempted to, well, we did a good hunt. We saw a lot of nice deer, but we didn't see the deer that we're after. The deer we're after, well, I'm all about shooting the right deer, no matter where I'm hunting, especially at my place. And today, we're gonna be taking the crossbow, getting back in that same tree. You know, we saw a lot of good deer. I mean, the deer that are middle age. In many places, they would be shot. But today we're hunting for, like I said, the right deer. So it's getting late. Next stop, the tree. We got about 30 minutes to get in and get settled down before dark. Got him. Oh yeah, I saw the blood come out of his side. I've been after that buck now for about, well, and the deer, well, I don't know what happened to his back leg, but his back right leg was obviously injured. His antlers were kind of swept back and deformed. They say that the antler on the opposite side of the injury is what winds up having a kind of a defective look, you know, a non-typical look. So anyway, he came in, and I mean, we have no wind whatsoever. And if it wasn't for the fact that we stayed nice and still, but we eliminated our scent as much as possible before getting up here. I really don't think that we'd had this many deer down in front of us. We were covered up, and that guy right there, his number was up. Anyway, center punching, you see the Luminoc laying out there in the middle of that food plot that we tried to plant. And we got a dead deer right up there in the grass piled up.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Striker Crossbows, Half Power Polaris, Burt Coyotes Luminoc and Luminaires, Shadow Hunter, your total comfort hunting blind, Elevators, your easy way up, Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, beyond 99%, and BSA Optics.
Look at this arrow. It's perfecto right there. Blood all over it. That right there is poison on a deer. Okay, you wanna see how you turn one of them dudes off? That's the way you'll turn the Luminoc off, right there. Ooh, there's blood right here. The deal is, this buck right here, he may not had all his power on his right rear leg, but he had all his smarts. All right, here's what he looks like. He was in worse shape than I really thought. Now that I get my hands on him, I mean, I don't know, something was wrong with his right rear leg, and I have no idea what it was, but it caused this antler deformation on his left side. If you take a look at that, I mean, this is a really nice buck for us to take. It's kind of hard for me to tell how old he is because physically, I mean, look at him, he's just run down. I mean, he may be extremely old, I don't know. I mean, his back, look at how bony his back is through here. The rut is so fast and so furious because the buck to doe ratio, that what we've established, that there's no way that this deer could ever breed in this physical condition. I mean, some young guy'd come and whip his butt and keep him from breeding, but this right here is just a typical Texas Hidden Springs Ranch management buck. Actually, it's non-typical because look at this, got a drop tine on here, and his G2 actually came down right here. He's still got a little bit of velvet on here. And this right here is what we're trying to get out of the herd, and we're doing a really good job. I mean, people wind up calling and say, hey, what are your management deer like? What size can we expect? Well, every year, what happens is our management deer just keep getting better and better because, well, we're on the right nutrition program, we're feeding record rec, but because we're on the right management program, we want to give the deer the right age. And I think on this particular hunt that we did, you can see deer of all different age classes, and the antlers, they're looking good. So anyway, this right here is neat, and actually, it's one of the very, well, I think we've had the ranch now for the better part of 13 years, I think it is, and this is, I want to say, the 4th or 5th deer that I've taken out here, and I did it with my striker crossbow. Look at that. And I'll tell you what, looking back at slow-mo on that arrow going through him, there was no doubt that this sucker, I hit him square center punched him, and it was lights out, baby.
Half Power Polaris presents Viewer Feedback.
This comes to me from a guy by the name of Donnie. He's from Louisiana. Keith, I just wanted to share my experience hunting at the Texas Hidden Springs Ranch. I've been hunting whitetails all my life, and when I came to your place with my son, we saw more bucks in one sitting than we saw all last season. I ended up taking the biggest buck of my life, and my son shot a great 8-point. We made some great memories. Thank you for opening your ranch to fellow hunters like me. I've hunted lots of places, and Texas Hidden Springs Ranch was the best. I'm definitely going to be booking a hunt for next season, and this time bringing my wife. Sincerely, Donnie. Donnie, we appreciated having you and your son out. Y'all took some great deer. You know, we don't take that many deer off the place, and we don't sell that many hunts out here. And so what we've done, we've created the best whitetail place that we can, and we've got some big deer, and we've made it a value. I mean, that's the one deal about our hunts. If you get on our website and look at it, I've had guys that offer hunts elsewhere go, how do you do it? How do you do it so cheap? Well, the truth of the matter is, All we want to do is we want to raise as many big deer as we can, and we sell just enough hunts we have to pay the feed bill. Period. That's it. So when you come out here, you're going to be like Donnie and his boy. You're going to see a lot of deer. So Donnie, we'll see you and your son next season. I'm looking forward to meeting your wife too. If you have any questions or comments about the program, you can shoot me an email right off of my website at keithwarren.net. And I'd also like to ask you to become a fan on Facebook. And if you've ever thought about purchasing a Polaris, give my friends over at Hoffpauir Polaris a call, and you'll find out how come Hoffpauir Polaris is one of the top Polaris dealers in the country.